Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome back to Cannon Fodder, the channel for Arsenal fans all over this world. And sorry if I'm looking a little bit dishevelled. I actually had last night. I had a party. Yeah, I had a party last night. That's what it was. And I've also got to apologise as well because it's a long. I'll cut a long story short. Last night we had lots of technical problems. Unfortunately, Isaac wasn't able to join us again, but he's here live on direct from Cannon Fodder TV. And also there was a duplicate link that I forgot to delete Sunday night. But so everyone who was on the other link, and I heard there was a joke saying, "Oh, Alex is running late because he's having a party." Oh, thank you for that. So there's the apologies. see, see you on the other side of this intro music. Yeah, welcome back to Cannon Fodder, the channel for Arsenal fans all over this world. And yeah, I had a party last night. Did you have a party as well, Isaac, last night?
I'm very, very happy that we have Partey. We have the engine in the midfield now.
There you go. Yeah, the missing engine. Yeah. Before we get into this particular segment of live news this morning, make sure you subscribe to Cannon Fodder TV. Hit the bell notification button so you can receive all the latest news, and also you can be part of the ever-growing community here on Cannon Fodder TV. Well, I think we're like 600 short of 10,000 subscribers. Incredible, really incredible, you know. And it's always been you, not us. It's been down to each and every one of you. Follow us on Facebook, you know, Twitter, and of course on YouTube there as well. Right, so let's get into this one. Shall we, Isaac? So yeah, so we saw finally Thomas Partey. We've got him over the line.
Finally, we
Thoughts?
have him. I think I should write a book. If you want to become an Arsenal fan, what to do? If you want to become an Arsenal fan, I have to include you have to be patient until the last minute. But we have him. He's the missing link that we've been missing in the midfield. He's the most important than I can say, because we are scoring goals. What we missed most is that steal in the midfield. Now with Partey, you can take Willian to number 10, or you can throw in Saka to number 10, because they can create. For now, let's be happy with what we have, Alex.
So basically, I mean, I know we have spoken a couple of weeks ago in regards to which player, you know, would we ideally like to have. For me, it always has been Thomas Partey. Always has been Thomas Partey. And when I started doing the transfer news, that was always the conversation there. And then towards the middle, you could see people were on the bandwagon. Houssem Aouar. And I had never seen Houssem Aouar play. Hand on heart, Isaac, never seen him play before. And then the bandwagon, like the momentum kind of build up to a crescendo. And then we saw the video. Houssem Aouar said, well, actually, I'm going to be staying at Lyon because, you know, they supported me. And I thought, wow, okay. And then last night, Thomas Partey was back in the conversation again. Incredible. But I think you need to write that book.
Partey was the easiest deal of them all because it was a release clause. You have just to trigger the release clause and get the player. And you are not going to have any negotiations with the club. You are going direct to La Liga and trigger the release clause. My thoughts are that Arsenal was holding on the deal of Thomas Partey to see if Lyon could lower the price for Houssem Aouar, perhaps even to 36 or 32 million pounds. That's what maybe was the thoughts of the Arsenal club until the deadline day. And you can see Edu has pulled a cheeky or an intelligent move, because he waited until the last hour to get Thomas Partey, which led to the move of Lucas Torreira to Atletico. and made to understand that in the loan deal to Atletico for Lucas Torreira, they have included an option to buy, which was not there initially.
Yeah,
So I can
yeah.
say it was an intelligent move from Edu.
Well, a master stroke, absolutely master stroke. And again, I think you have to write that book sooner rather than later, because we're up in arms. It's like towards actually the beginning of the transfer window, and then like again reach a crescendo, thinking, no, we've only got William and Gabriel. Where's Thomas Partey? Where's Hossam Aouar? And just to see that Thomas Partey was finally signed last night, it was a real, yeah. Everyone had a party last night. My
I'm
goodness.
very happy.
Yeah. The the other thing actually we spoke about last night. I know you wasn't on the show last night, but in regards to Guendouzi, unfortunately there is no option at the end of his loan deal to buy. Do you think Arsenal missed a step with Hertha Berlin?
Uh,
Do you think they should have done the same
not
thing,
not
the option to buy, or?
not really. Perhaps he can change his attitude. The only problem with him is attitude. He's a
Mhm,
great player. He can become a very good midfielder. The only problem with him is his attitude. If he
mhm,
changes his attitude, we'll have a real gem in the midfield. The way he plays, the way he moves forward with the ball, he's a creator. So I believe Ateta is giving him that chance to
mhm,
go become more mature, have more playing time, improve in his game. And that maturity is what he lacks. And maturity is everything in football. If you are not mature in football, can cost your team a great deal. You saw what happened with Manchester United. That was uncalled for. The referees know in the moment you raise your hand, that is a straight red card.
exactly, exactly. And yet only one player got sent off. But discipline, mentality, maturity. That's what I'm going to say. And then well, what was kind of strange when I went on live last night. I thought, oh well, at least Kolasinac, he's making it to buy Leverkusen, and the guy said to me, oh no, Alex, in actual fact, that deal's fallen through. Can you give us? Do you know what are the greater details in regards to why the deal fell through, Kolasinac? Do you have any ideas? What happened?
No, I don't understand why the deal did not go through. I was hoping it was the first one to leave, but at the last minute, I'm getting some in news that he's not leaving. The deal is off, though he was not in London. I don't know why he did not leave. And we have so many players. Actually, yesterday, Alex, I was looking at the number of players that we having, and I realized we have so many players. In the midfield, we have 10. When you go to the forward line, we have 5. The defenders, there are so many. So I'm like wondering why all these players, and they are not performing in any way. Most of them are deadwood.
So, I mean, the squad, the ideal number in a squad should be around 25, 26, and we have over 30. No,
Sure. We have over that. We have Mavropanos who's on loan. We shall have sold him. He's on loan. He's going to come back. We should have sold him and got at least some cash to buy some other players.
and we have a Socrates as well. Socrates,
There are so many. We have Socrates. We have Kolasinac. We have
Mustafi,
Mustafi. You see all these players. We have Chambers.
incredible.
He's come back from injury. He's training now. He's being incorporated in the team. You see all these. There are so many of them. Yesterday I had to sit down and do some analysis on who can bring what to the team, and who can play in which position.
I can laugh now, but yesterday afternoon I wasn't laughing. I was just thinking, yeah. So we're going to end up in the transfer window literally only William, Gabriel and Saliba as well. But listen, plaudits to Edu and the guys there. They yeah, and I saw actually Athletic were not happy. They were not
I,
happy
I,
with
I,
the deal because yeah. Sorry, go on, Isaac. What do you want to say, Isaac? Go on, Isaac.
they, they wanted him to stay. And when you have a release clause, you do not deal with the club. I'm saying he has a release clause. They wanted him to stay, and if you want him, you just go direct to La Liga and trigger the release clause. If you have a personal agreement with the player, and you get him over the line. So
Yeah,
Atleti were playing a hardball, and at the end of the day, they were the losers. Playing hardball that they are not going to negotiate on the fee, and Edu played it carefully. He waited until the last minute so that Atleti will not go to buy any other player outside. So he waited until the last minute so that they are obligated to take Torreira, who we want to get off our wage bill. He
I mean,
played it carefully. It was a move that was carefully calculated, and I applaud Edu for that. And I had some optimism in me. Yeah, I was optimistic that something was going to happen. And now we have the party. The
yeah.
party has started. We are going to dominate in the midfield now.
Okay. Let me go into the live chat and give our live viewers an opportunity to have their say. I've got Raymond David, who came in very early in the live chat, I think just after 9 o'clock. He says, "Good morning." And then he goes on to say, "Oops, I'm a little early to the party. You're very, very early, Mr. Raymond. Very, very early." Let's see if there are any paid up members here in the live chat. I can see one or two members here. Let's go here. Who's this one here? Bear me a second, please. Bear me a second. All right, here we go. All right, so we've got Amit, who says, Alex, any news on William Saliba? The only news that I've read is coming up from St. Etienne, and they have just been actually, have they been a little bit disingenuous in regards to the deal? And so it says that St. Etienne slam Arsenal over failed William Saliba loan transfer and blame the Gunners for administrative errors. The Liga 1 outfit claimed they had a deadline of up to long before the transfer window closed and blamed the Gunners for not fulfilling their administration duties in England. I mean, for me, I would far rather us keep William Saliba here. We know that he's lost his mother. Give him some time to go back, with his family. Let him have that time away from football. I don't think his mind now is thinking about football. Isaac, what do you think?
I agree with you, Alex. There is no need of sending him back on loan. Let him be in the club, take some time off football, settle in London. So when he is ready, he can come back to football. When you send him back to Saint Etienne, you're sending him back to France. When he comes back, he has again to adapt to the weather in London, all those processes, so that he can fit back in the team. With me, I'll happily keep him. Let him take some time off football. Let him grieve in peace, so that when he's done grieving, he can come back. He'll have been okay with the weather. I saw him some other time. He was actually shivering while in training, while the others were okay. And I told you during the Carabao Cup, he did the slowest warm up. It's like he was praying. Please, Luis, don't get hurt. Please get up.
So that's been the latest news that we know we've both seen there. I hope that answers your
Yes.
question. Got Armstrong. Hello, good morning to you. Hi, Alex, and good morning. How are you today? I'm a lot more happier today, Armstrong. Thank you very much for that. So Monty, how is it going? Happy? Of course, very, very happy. Are you not happy?
Very happy.
Reina Saliba almost went to St Etienne on loan, but there was not enough time to finish the paperwork. So most probably he will remain with us and maybe go out on loan in January. I hope not. I hope not. I hope he doesn't go on loan in January.
I don't want him to go.
Yeah, neither do I. I think let him go back to his family. Give him time with his family to grieve, as Isaac said there. But to loan him out, no. I wouldn't want to see that. Alex, so we have so many centre backs, Isaac.
True. I told you I went counting. I went counting yesterday. Yes, I'm still counting how many we have. How many people can play in the centre back? So many of them.
Oh my goodness. Ingas. In my opinion, our best 11 now is formation is a 4-2-3-1. Leno, Tierney, Gabriel, Holding, Niles, Partey, Ceballos, Saka, and left wing William, central attacking midfielder Pepe at right wing, and Alba up front. What do you think about that formation?
Is a good formation. It's not a bad one. He can use that formation because now he'll have Granit Xhaka and Thomas Partey to choose from. Is a good formation. Ceballos is creative. He can go forward. Willian has played the number 10 role at Chelsea, so he can also create. And I was looking at the way Partey plays. He can whip those long passes up front, can go back and whip the long crosses. For a team that is playing a high line, you can use Partey as a weapon. He can whip those long crosses to Aubameyang. He can whip them to Pepe so that they can cut in and score goals.
Yes. As a quick question, out of all the signings, or buying Partey, we haven't seen him play for Arsenal. Which of the signings we've got through the transfer window do you think have adapted the best at Arsenal?
Gabriel.
He
came straight in, and the first two matches he was the man of the match. I was surprised why he did not play the Liverpool game, the league game. I was surprised why he was not playing. He came straight in, and he's become man of the match. He's the backbone in the back line. He's adapted straight in, and he will be the most important signing this window.
Amit says Saeed is still at the club. Well, we've already spoken about the Kolasinac. But again, I was on the impression that the deal had been done because, as I said, he was in Germany, and the deal has fallen through, and we're very disappointed. We need to have gotten some funds from the deal there, and we're stuck with him until January at least. Isaac, we are scoring goals, true, but not enough coming from midfield. We depend too much on Alba and Laka. Hopefully, with Partey, it will allow the likes of Ceballos and Xhaka to be more attacking.
Partey is. I've seen him progress forward. He can dribble. We had a problem. We didn't have Xhaka cannot dribble forward. It was only Ceballos who was dribbling the ball to move forward. But I've seen Partey. Partey can defend. He can dribble forward. He can he can lose 2-3 players while dribbling and then whip those crosses that I've said, long crosses to Alba or to Pepe or to Laka. So in the midfield, I can see we'll have goals coming from there. He's also scored goals at Atleti, but many of his goals are at his national team. He's in 29 appearances. He scored 10 goals.
Wow!
He can score from yes. He can score from long range. I've seen at Atleti he scored from long range. He's the Kevin De Bruyne of Man City. So I'm waiting for us to go face Man City. They have their Kevin De Bruyne. We have our Thomas Partey.
Alex, we have 19 non-homegrown players, and we need to have 17. So 2 have to be dropped. I think it will most probably be Socrates and Ozil or Mustafi. Yeah, I couldn't argue with those names. They're being dropped. Absolutely. In the live chat, if you're wondering, why am I choosing selective comments in the live chat? It's because I'm picking the paid members first to have their comments read first. They paid for the privilege there. At one stage, I will try and go back and read maybe the non-members' live chats, but I'm going through all the paid members' comments first there. And most probably in January, the likes of Kolasinac and Mustafi will be sold. Yeah, and Socrates as well. Bayer Leverkusen didn't want to pay high wages. I can imagine that was the reason there. I'm most certainly sure. But wouldn't that have been the first question that you would ask? If before you ask the player to travel over, wouldn't you ask those questions? What is his level of wages? Look at his injury. Wouldn't that be the first question they would ask, Isaac?
They should be looking at his wages, I believe, before you tell him to travel over, because obviously, unless he agrees to take a pay cut. And rumors are that Partey is going to be the third highest earner at Arsenal. I'm waiting to see what if there comes a time we want to get him off our wages and get the young Bubakari Sumare. We want to get Bubakari Samara and we want to get Partey off our wages. What happens? These bloated wages will become a problem again.
Oh my goodness, Isaac, please, man. Mavropanos early in the transfer window was loaned out again. Oh, right, okay. But I think what we say, Madge, is that ideally would have preferred to sell him. I mean, when was the last time he played for Arsenal?
I don't remember the last time he played. 2018?
2018?
Yeah.
So
it's been a while.
Yeah, I think it's time. I think we know by now whether he's going to play in the first team or not. Sell him. Well, Atletico was playing hard to get the whole transfer window, so let them cry more. I don't care if they are angry. Imagine, come on, man. Oh, dearie me. Inga says you can't negotiate a release clause. Exactly. Yeah, that's the easiest deal possible. Just pay the fee for the release clause. That's all it is. There's no negotiating. Just pay the money. It was clear that it would need to be paid to get Partey. Simple, in my opinion. Alex, what do you think of David Brooks? Do you think he could be a good addition to the team? I couldn't really tell you. I've not really seen much of him. What do you think, Isaac?
I haven't seen him play, so I'll rather not comment on that.
Yeah, exactly. Armstrong, hi, Alex. What do you think Partey will be available for our Do you think he will be available for our next match? Well, we've got the international break, so the next game is Man City, isn't it, Isaac?
Yeah, it is Man City.
17th of October. Well, I'm just thinking, if we spend that amount of money, why not play him? Do you think he'll play in the next available match, Isaac?
I want him to play because he settles in quickly. His physicality, his work rate is exceptional. So I want him to play. If he comes, let him play like Gabriel came in and slotted in directly and played the first game. So I want him to play. So because they have I told you they have their Kevin De Bruyne. We have our Thomas Partey. We are going to destroy them.
I can't wait. Majid says since we can still buy from the EFL, we should go for Buendia from Norwich. I mean, to be honest, I am happy with what we have. I don't think we need any more additions. I don't want us to do any more buys in the window. If anything, I want to see more players leaving Arsenal. But for now, I don't think we need to buy any more players, Isaac. What do you think?
For now, we are okay with Thomas Partey. He's the backbone we've been lacking. If he wants to buy, let him buy perhaps one player during the January window, one player who will be a creative midfielder. So you cannot rebuild just once. You rebuild step after step, one step after the other. You build slowly. You don't. If you buy once, you buy seven players at once, as like some other clubs have done. What if these players do not integrate successfully? You
Hmm.
buy. We've got now three incomings. These three, let them integrate with the squad and let them play consistently so that they can be at their best. So if he wants to bring in a creative midfielder, let him do it during the January transfer window. So when it comes to the summer transfer window, let him see where he has problems again to fix.
Okay, okay. Amit says, Alex, since we have so many centre backs, can we play a 5-4-1 system? Go for,
uh,
go for a back 10.
uh, 5-4-1 is more of a defensive formation.
Yeah,
So I like to go with a 4-4-3-3 or 4-2-3-1. That
yeah.
can work with the squad that we have, because you've seen the way Ateta is training his squad. Is like when Berlin moves forward, there is a midfielder who's tucking in to cover Berlin's
Yeah.
space. When Tierney is moving forward, Granit Xhaka is tucking in to
Okay.
cover the left back.
Hmm.
You could see El Neni tucking in during the Sheffield game. He was tucking in to cover Berlin's spot. So
Hmm.
we can use the 4-3-3 because now we have Partey. The problem was if you played Luis in a back four without a strong midfield, he was going to cost you. But now you have a Partey who's going to stop the crosses from passing or from going beyond the midfield. You can play the back four because now you have the backbone.
Hmm. Okay. We did a poll. Actually, let me put the poll up very quickly on a YouTube channel. Thoughts on this transfer window? Is it where has it gone? Where has it gone? I've lost it now. Bear me a second. Oh, it's gone. Where has it gone? Just bear me a second, please. Well, anyway, yeah. So we did the poll. I'm just going to try and get the results up now, if I can find it. That is. And the question was, do you think this is the best transfer window? And the options were yes or no, or can't decide. If I can see it here, where is it? Oh, okay, here it is. Here it is. So yeah, the best transfer window, you can choose only one, and that was out of 303 votes, 43% of you said no, and only just 45% said yes, and 12% said it really can't decide. Um, Isaac, do you think this is probably the best transfer window for yourself personally?
Yes, personally, it is the best because he fixed where he needed to fix. He
Hmm.
fixed the defense where he needed to fix the defense. He's gone for a defensive midfielder. He's got him. He's fixed the defensive midfield. He went for Willian. Willian can play the number 10 role. Still, he can play as a winger. With his versatility, I believe it has been the best window, because if you want to rate it, if it is the best, have you fixed where you had problems? That is the
Exactly,
question you should be asking
exactly,
yourself. Yeah.
exactly, and I think we have. So
Yes, we have.
those the 43% of what you thinking? 43% of you said no. What's
They
going on?
wanted Rosem Awa.
Maybe. John McAlpine says, morning. Oh, listen, John, you're missing the party, man. We're having a party over here. Scheme Boy says, good morning, everybody. Yes, a bit of applause. Yes, yes, yes. Fantastic. Any more members before I go to the regular subscribers? Let's have a look here. All right, we'll go for this one. Inga said, Partey must start against Man City. What's the point of keeping our best midfielders on the bench? Well said. Well said. And like Isaac says, of all the players, Gabriel has hit the ground running. I'm thinking this guy is quite solid at the back. He does what he's paid to do. He defends. I don't see him, running forward to trying to join, the attack. He sits and defends. Fantastic. Fantastic.
And you could see him upset during the Sheffield game when we considered that game. He wanted a clean sheet. That's the kind of players we want. Someone who wants to keep a clean sheet, who's determined to do what he's paid to do.
Mm-hmm. And you know what I really liked about him as well? I mean, apart from you can see him communicating with Leno, is that when Sheffield United had like a penalty, a corner, he was organising the defenders. Telling them, you stand there. I mean, I don't know what language you're speaking, but I love that passion there. I love that we needed someone in the defence to say, stand there, stay there, move back. Fantastic. Fantastic there. Wow, my goodness. Magic says the only downside of getting Partey is he will be away for the African Cup of Nations. Yeah. Listen, we will deal with that. We will deal with that when it comes along. Ingus, Max Arrows at right back is needed. He would be an improvement on Bellerin and Cedric. Isaac?
Bellerin has not been at his best since his injury. Bellerin was Bellerin before his injury. Right now, if we want good wing backs, look at the wing backs that Liverpool has. They are called flying wing backs because you can see them dribble past players. You can see them very with the high intensity. So I need wing backs who will be flying. You look at Tierney. I want to see Tierney dribble. I want to see Bellerin dribble past opponents. The only problem they have is that they cannot dribble. The only weapon they have is their speed. They can't dribble. That is the weakness they have. If they could dribble, we could have had ourselves weapons to use. Yeah.
You know what made me laugh? Before leading up to the Saka goal, El Neni was like almost parallel with with Bellerin. I was thinking, El Neni, what are you doing there? Just play 11-0. Just war with players on the goal line. No, we don't want to do that, Inges. I know you're joking. Alex, the best one was 2011 season. Okay, all right. But it's a personal opinion, isn't it? I think, as Isaac says, if the manager has come in, a new manager, and he's identified the areas that he knows needs improving, and he's filled those areas there, then you can't argue with that. You can't argue with that, really. But anyway. Let me just have to go right to the top and see. Oh, there's been one here. Oops. No, I've done that one already. Let's have a look here. Vincent says, "Hi, Alex. How are you, my brother? Pass my regards to Arteta." I don't know them personally. I'll send them an email for the good job he did. Dearie me.
I thought you gave him a call. Like I said, you give him a call and tell him we need the midfield fixed.
I tried, but yeah, he didn't answer the phone. Dearie me. Well, I'm just trying to just kind of pinpoint now, just a few comments here before we are done with this one. Let's have a look. California, please explain more about Partey and Aouar. Who do we need? Who do we need the most? Them Arsenal. Well, we already said, literally, for us personally, it was always going to be Thomas Partey. Yeah, I mean, halfway through the transfer window, for the whole month and a half, you see that the conversation changed. Thomas Partey. Oh, Houssem Aouar. Oh, actually, in the end, it was Thomas Partey. But yeah, that's our personal opinion. Whoops. needed. If we really must move this club to where it used to be, I'm so ashamed at Arsenal board because they they're the cost of the problems in the club. Kroenke out, not good enough for Arsenal, Banter FC. But at the end of the day, we've got the business done. We've got the business done. You can't. You personally, I've been so critical throughout the whole transfer window about the lack of identifying quality players. But the transfer window closed yesterday, and we've got the deals done that we needed to do in the transfer window. You can't argue with that. Again, it was a masterstroke by Edu leaving so late that Athletic couldn't have enough time to go and buy a player there. Playing hardball, we've got the deals done. Isaac, you can't argue with that, can you? You can't
No, you
argue.
can't argue. You want to play the hardball? We bring it to your doorstep. We leave it to the last minute. We take your most important player so that we give you a downgrade of him, Torreira. And we include a buy option in there so that you buy him next season. And I had a rumor had it that he left it to the last minute to pull off the deal so that he can take Torreira to Atleti, and he also took Guendouzi to Hertha Berlin. That there was a Lyon player who was supposed to go to Hertha Berlin. So now he's blocked the move of the Lyon player going to Hertha Berlin by giving them Guendouzi on loan.
My goodness. Wow. A real masterstroke in that. Really, really good. Trendon Leo, good morning. Says we can only rejoice in Thomas Partey if Ozil is coming back to the starting 11. Only Ozil can make a legend out of Auba. I'm not going to even respond to that. Do you want to respond to that, Isaac? I'm not going to respond.
No.
Okay. Jibril Torres says, "I'm so happy for Arsenal." Yeah. Listen, we're all happy. We're all happy now. William Young says, "Do you think we can return to get Hossam Aouar either a New Year transfer window or next summer?" Isaac, what do you think? Do you think Arsenal will go off?
I don't think they'll go for Hussein Aouar because now they'll see that you are desperate. They'll hold on to the 60 million euros they wanted. Identify someone who can play like him. Identify someone who's creative like Aouar, who plays like Aouar, and go for them. Because if you go back now for Aouar again, it will be a joke.
Yeah, absolutely. Raymond David comes back and says Ceballos can definitely push more forward now with Partey in the team. Yeah. Let him be a little bit more free and more creative there. But you know what, I've always thought that we don't really need to go for Hossam Aouar because we've got Ceballos. He's kind of creative. I wouldn't say he's probably on the
You
par with Hossam Aouar, but I always thought, why go for another creative player? We already have one in the likes of Dan Ceballos. And now we've got Thomas Partey, like Raymond says, he can push forward and be more creative. So,
Alex, just like you've been reading my thoughts. I wanted to ask you. Come to think of it, it's like it was a calculated move. Ateta pushed for Ceballos to come back on loan for one season. Perhaps he knew he did not have enough funds to buy Partey and Aouar at the same time. So he pushed to bring back Ceballos, who can play as a creative midfielder, and bring the most important player, who's Thomas Partey, so that when um, uh, Ceballos goes back to Real Madrid next summer, he can bring in a replacement of Ceballos. And he also brought in Willian. Willian, who can play a number 10 role, who can be creative before the new signing next summer integrates into the system.
Yeah. Well, my goodness. Fruitless Garden says Partey is quite good going forward himself. Yeah. Again, I've seen more of Thomas Partey than I have of Hossam Aouar. I haven't seen anything of Hossam Aouar, but really good business. Manya says, I think now the club is okay. I think that the club is in a better situation now than it was
You,
previously.
the club has a proper manager who knows what
Yeah.
to fix.
Isaac, almost every European team had a number of players to sell. The challenge this transfer window was getting the market for such players. And Yeah, Tashi. Yeah, I think it means that London is red. Okay, I think just a few more before we wrap this one up. Ray from Arsenal Fan Circle. Good morning to you, Ray. Says our rivals in the Premier League are looking at us nervously with so much jealousy. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Alex, it is not Arsenal that will be the best place for Saliba. His teammates can help him in a way too. Yeah, they can. But I think we've got to give him that time to grieve with his family. I wouldn't be happy to loan him out back to Saint Etienne. He let him grieve. He's not thinking about football right about now. He's just lost his mother. So let him grieve. Let him spend, some time with his family, however long it takes. Then bring him back to Arsenal. Like as it says, he needs to become acclimatized to the weather, and as well as the Premier League. The Premier League is such a long season there, and so unforgiving. So yeah, not loan him back. Not by all means send him back to his family. He can come back when he's ready mentally, and then we go onwards and upwards. But yeah, Saint Etienne, yeah, not back to Saint Etienne, not for me. But Ray, you're right. His teammates can also help him. They can also support him as well. I think just couple more, and then we're going to end up this one. Jabril says our party is done, but our main problem now will be selection in the midfield.
There's no problem in the selection. He can use Granit Xhaka and Partey and use Ceballos. And he can use both Uba, Pepe, and Willian. And then when he comes to substitutes, he can use Nketiah, can use Saka, and he can use El Neni. El Neni can come El Neni can play the other games, FA, Carabao Cup, and Europa League. He can play there. There is no problem in our selection because you need depth. You could see last season we had a problem in our depth. If we had injuries, we were going to struggle. Now, if you have an injury, you have someone to replace. We have Martinelli who's coming back. I want Martinelli to come back the way he was playing before his injury. That is a rare talent in football. I want him to come back and play the way he played. He single-handedly brought us back into the game when we played against Chelsea. We were one man down, and he brought us to 2-2.
Yeah. I was going to ask you about Martinelli, but you've already answered the question. You already answered the question. I was going to read in my mind. Emmett says, good morning. The party started. Thank God. Yes. Better late than never. Vichar says, party Gabriel Ceballos, a good transfer. Thank you, Alex. No, thank you to you as well, Vichar. God's power says, I'm catching the groove here in Nigeria, precisely, Wadi. Let's play on. We are going to sit on a summit, believe me. Okay, I'm going to hold you to those words there. Guys, I think I'd probably just get maybe a couple more in. Maybe just a couple more. Toure Hakim says, hi, Alex, good morning, bro. How are you doing today? I'm very, very good. Thank you for asking. I believe you are happy now. Of course I'm happy. Now our football will change for good. You know what? I saw Mube Guna, who's going to be on the Easy Talk this Friday. He put out a comment yesterday saying how Hosam Aouar will change the team if we signed him, but Thomas Partey will change the club for good. I thought, wow, that is a fantastic, powerful tweet that he put out there. Hosam Aouar will change the team, but Thomas Partey will change the club. Fantastic. Guys, I think we're gonna wrap this one up actually. I'm just feeling like I had a party last night. No, I didn't actually. Can I just do maybe a couple more? Maybe let's have a look. Okay, maybe one here for Isaac. In my opinion, Arsenal make big mistake to lose Aouar, though Partey also is a good player. But when you compare these two, for me, Aouar is better than Partey because he can change a game anytime. But you can't really compare them because they're two different type of players. What do you think, Isaac?
They are two different years, and Aouar is not going to play the game alone. He needs his teammates. He needs. What is the need of bringing him? Score 2 and concede 3. Bring someone, you score 1, concede 0. You champions have won 1-0. You could see the way Liverpool were playing last season. They were scoring up to the 90th minute, 1-0 or
Oh,
2-1. They were going up 2-1 to win the game. So make sure you close the gap. You concede 0, score 1 is better. You get 3 points. From there,
yeah,
you can win the league.
exactly, exactly. Very, very good. And I think we've done this one already. Inglis is with Partey in midfield. I think we can go. We should go away from 3 centre backs. Partey should cover our back line enough. Yeah.
Yes, I believe so.
Hi Alex. Now with Alex Song and Thomas Partey, hope we've someone to cover our defense line. Well, yeah. Well, listen, we're going to be okay. We're going to be okay. Listen, that is going to be it. That's going to be. I'm going to this one again. Really, really funny. Alex, how are you, my brother? Pass my regards to Arteta and to. I'll give them a call once we're done here. Fantastic, fantastic. So yeah, the day after, the night before, we finally get our men. I'll say our man because it's a team game, isn't it? So fantastic, fantastic. I'll be back later on this evening to do some more live news. Isaac is also going to be back. I haven't told him, but Isaac's going to be back with me this evening for more
I'll
for
I'll
more live
I'll come
news.
back.
Okay, fantastic. And yeah, again, fantastic. Let's try and stick together. You know, in the it's so easy to stick together when the times are good and everyone's happy and Arsenal are winning, but we need to stick together when things are not going so well and we are losing. And I've always said, with the new manager at the helm, he's going to lose some games. We must stick together, support him through the good times as well as the bad times. So we've got the transfer dealings is done and dusted. We go almost an upwards. We're going into an international break. Yeah, I need a break, Isaac. I need a break. Oh dear. So again, I'll be back with Isaac in roughly, I'll say, like 7 hours, 7 hours and a half time to give you more live news. But in the meantime, if you are new, you're wondering, should I subscribe to Canafoy TV? You should subscribe. You must subscribe. Hit the bell notification button so you can receive all the latest news right here on this wonderful channel. We're making our way, Isaac, to 10,000 subscribers. Incredible. 10,000 subscribers. Incredible. That's literally down to all the people who are watching live right about now on this this Tuesday morning over here, UK time anyway. So stay tuned. There's going to be some preloaded videos coming in between now and this evening, and I shall see you later. And if by chance you've been wondering who you've been listening to, you've been listening to Cannon Fodder, the channel for Arsenal fans. Oh,